maybe I'm not that good of a son after all.
My dad does everything for me. He's always helping me on my different projects, and he's taught me everything I know. So to thank him, I bought the car that he rode around in the back of as a little kid, a car I overheard him say he really wanted.
A 1969 Cadillac DeVille Convertible.
Which are kinda hard to find now.
So when one popped up on Marketplace less than 2 hours away, I jumped on it.
And I knew it needed work. But as we've dug into it a little bit,
it's got some, well, it needs a lot. A lot. Now, before we start with the mean comments saying, oh, this idiot bought a car and is now whining about everything that's wrong with it. No. See, I've bought quite a few projects in my life. If you couldn't see the vehicle, the Jeep hanging by a crane back there, I know what to look for. I'm getting pretty good at it, okay? I've had like 30 cars at this point. But this one was a little bit different because I was in a race to see this car. I was battling with someone else to see it first, and I swooped in and took it from him. So I didn't really get to do a thorough inspection, or really an inspection at all. I looked at the outside and said, that sure is a 69 Cadillac DeVille Convertible. That's what I'm here for. So I'm not complaining about any of these issues. I'm merely going over everything that's wrong with it before it takes me a long time to fix them. So problem numero uno brings us under the hood. Actually, we really don't even have to go under the hood, but we kind of do. Massive hood. So, the also massive 7.7 liter, 472 cubic inch V8, which, might I add, I love to say this, has more torque than my 7.3 Power Stroke diesel over there. That's pretty impressive. What's not impressive is it doesn't run. So it's making a total of 0 torques right now. Now, I knew that it didn't run. That wasn't really a huge deal to me. You know, maybe throw some new gas in it, some plugs, wires, maybe tune up the carb. Well, what I didn't realize until very recently was the reason it didn't start was because if you climb underneath here, well, it's a little difficult to see from here, but there's no starter motor in it. Yeah, just an empty gaping hole. So it doesn't start, but there's no starter motor. So that, you know, could be easy, could not be. Haven't found out yet.
which actually ended up being a blessing in disguise.
Because there would then be no stopping. As I learned the hard way when I went to take this off the trailer, the person I bought it from said it did have brakes, and well, when I went to take it off the trailer, it didn't have any brakes. I came within inches. That's way bigger than a few inches, I would say. But I got so freaking close to the garage.
Which could have been a very bad start to this project.
But as we go back down below here, as you can see down here, it's a brake rotor. Both sides.
Rotors. Just rotors. Which are not supposed to be there. Because from the factory, this had drum brakes. Rotors are fine, but usually work better with a caliper and brake pads.
So it does appear as though someone tried or began the steps to converting this to front disc brakes, which also explains the disc brake pads, or what was left of them, that I found in the glove box. We're really off to a good start with this Cadillac. Now, even if the motor did run and the brakes actually were in place and stopped the car, there would still be no driving it. Because we'll climb back underneath once again. Here we are, yes. The drive shaft, which should normally be straight and all aiming in one direction, is not. Not at all. Yeah, so the drive shaft is a Twizzler. Look at this thing, normal. Oh wow, what's going on here? It is all warped.
There's no way we'd be driving this thing with this like that.
But wait! There's more!
And what else got mangled on the underside is this. Yep, normal looking gas tank until, oh jeez. Yep. Look at this thing. Just a bit dented. Just a little bit.
Obviously, when they were pulling the Cadillac out of the barn where it sat for 10 years, they dragged it over quite a few obstacles to cause all that underside damage. Damage that turns out isn't very cheap to fix.
That gas tank, which is a 69 and 70 only part for DeVille's, it's around like $500, $500 to $700, because it's only for 69 and 70 DeVille's. The ones off of Oldsmobile Cutlasses and Chevelles of that year, just, they don't fit. There's differences. So my heart and my wallet hurts. Now, obviously other things like the top here that looks like Edward Scissorhands got a hold of it. It's not a huge deal because, I mean, really, when is this thing ever gonna have the top up? It's really only now up to protect from stuff falling inside, if it's really doing that job very well. But what was a little odd was, as I was loading the car up onto the trailer with the fella that I bought the car from, he told me that it was all original, that it was original paint and stuff. And at first glance, basically the first glance is what I had as it was going on the trailer after I bought it, you know, you could think that it is original paint and stuff. You know, it's not fantastic, but it's not horrible and stuff. It looks like it could be an original paint job. That is until you look in the nooks and crannies, like there, and kind of there, and right there, but especially right there. Yep, that's right. The interior actually is original, but the exterior originally came, according to the body tag, as Astral Blue. That's what that nice medium blue paint that you see. Well, actually, I'm looking at some right here. Right there, that's the original paint. A beautiful, beautiful color. Actually reminds me of my Z28. So, I mean, it's not original paint. That's not a huge deal. I wish the guy didn't tell me that it was. Again, I didn't have enough time to look at it myself and see, but it was once a beautiful color. Now it's just white, probably because that's the easiest color to paint without showing any blemishes or anything. But at least the interior is all original, and it's not in horrible shape. I like to think it's not. I mean, the dash is clean, the door panels obviously missing a few things, but the thing's 55 years old. So stuff like this is bound to happen. I mean, it's not destroyed. We did pull the carpet out, as you'll see in an upcoming video, but oh, that is pavement under there. Yes, yep, that's the driveway. Very, very good. So yes, this does have a few holes in it. I think I counted 3 in the floor, but at least it's only in the floor. It's not in the frame or anything. Not that I found yet, but it's obvious that this thing was stored without the roof up. So I don't know if it ever got wet in here and then the carpets just were saturated with water and held that water. And that's what made the floors rot so bad. At least it's only the floor, and that's really not a huge deal to fix. Now, for those wondering, we did have to put the roof up manually. These do have power tops on them, even though they're from 1969. But unfortunately, the switch for this one is flaccid. Doesn't do anything. Broken. Hopefully I can even find one of those switches, if any of them still exist. But that part right there is definitely not that high on the priority list. So we've surely got our work ahead of us with this thing, but the main thing is gonna be seeing if that motor runs. Because if the motor doesn't run, or the motor's bad, I don't know if we'll be keeping it. But it may look like a real pile of junk now, but I really do, in all seriousness, see the vision for this thing and I'm very excited to get working on it. We are gonna be cruising in this thing by the 4th of July. I hope. So stay tuned for the next video where we see if this thing actually does run, or see if we'll be running it down to the junkyard. No, there's no way. We'll see you guys in the next video. Happy motoring.